look how cute this background is. I am here for a Q&A. I asked for questions on Twitter, as always, but I asked for more personal questions. I just put, ask me personal in like capitals questions. So I favorited a few. I have to say that they're not as personal as I was hoping. I was hoping for some really like hardcore questions, but you guys are quite tame with the questions. So I'm just gonna answer some of the ones that I got. I love filming Q&As so much, like my favourite videos to film. So the first question is quite personal and it is, do you plan to have children? I'm not sure, to be honest. Sometimes I think, yes, I really want kids, and sometimes I think, no, I don't want kids at all. I think because I'm quite an independent person, having someone there all the time, like your child there all the time, I don't know if that will get annoying for me. I'm thinking it wouldn't, because they'd be my child and I would love it so much, but I'm quite an independent person, so I think if I did have children it would be like a massive deal for me. But I do think about when I'm older, because I would hate to get old and not have any children there. Like, I absolutely loved visiting my nan, and if she didn't have us, she wouldn't have had anyone after my granddad passed away. So I would definitely miss that part of not having kids if I didn't have them. What was the last text you sent to someone? Oh my god, I haven't texted anyone since yesterday. That's so bad. I don't text people. I either WhatsApp or like Snapchat chat. I don't really text people. So it was yesterday and it was Sarah. Oh my god, I actually sent her a video of me. Okay, this was the first ever video that I ever saw on YouTube, and it was this girl, the Mint girl, and my friend showed it me, my friend Isabel, and this was like 10 years ago, and it's just become a thing since. So every time I go to eat a polo or just a mint in general, I have to say it, and it's this.
Would you like a mint?
Would you like a mint?
Would you like a mint?
So that is the last text I sent, and then Sarah replied, 5 replies, and I haven't replied because I'm a shit person. Sarah, I'll reply soon. When you're feeling down, would you rather be alone or in the company of good people to distract yourself? This is a good question. I recently felt quite down and I ended up going back to Sheffield for a week because I felt like I needed to be around people. If you didn't know, I live by myself, so if I feel down, it's like I can lock myself away for weeks. I work from home, so you can order groceries online, so it's not like you have to go out and actually see people. So I could potentially lock myself away for weeks if I wanted to. But I decided to go back to Sheffield for a week so I could be around my mum and my brother, because my dad was away. And that was actually really nice. That helped me get out of my downtime. Normally, I'm alone when I'm down, but yeah, that was really nice. So I would have to say being in the company of like people that I love. What has been your biggest highlight since starting out your YouTube channel? Love you too. Do you know what? I'm gonna have to say my biggest highlight was hitting 100,000 subscribers, because I did not ever expect that to happen. I just thought it was absolutely insane. I remember when I hit 20,000 subscribers, my manager sent me, one of my managers, Kate, sent me an email with balloons on and was like, woo! And I was like, oh my god, I've hit 20k, and I was so buzzing about it for ages. Because at the time my management only had like me, Lily Melrose, and like 2 other people, I think. So there was only a few of us. And yeah, I remember that so much, but then hitting 100 was insane, because I never ever expected that to happen. I know people say that so much, like, oh, I didn't expect that, but I genuinely didn't. So I was just like, what? And then my other highlight was going to Summer in the City last year. I was super anxious. I always get really anxious about meetups, that's why I haven't really done them. And Summer in the City wasn't a planned meetup. I just went there expecting like nothing. I just wanted to go to try and get over my anxiety about big conventions. So I went, and I ended up having like a little impromptu meetup, and loads of you guys like queued in a line, which first of all, I don't like that. I don't like people queuing to meet people. I just think it's not fair, like we're all people, why are we queuing? But anyway, I had a really long line of you guys waiting to take pictures with me and talk to me and stuff, and I was just like, whoa. Because I'd never done a meetup before, ever, until then, and this was only like 8 months ago or something, and that was just mind-blowing to me. I thought it was insane, so thank you so much if one of them was you. I didn't even say that I was going, so like for people to actually take time to meet me, it was just insane. So yeah, Crazy. How are you finding personal training? Be 100% honest, and is it worth it? Okay, Amelia, I will be honest. I'm finding it good. I am seeing a positive change in my body already, which is amazing to me. I'm putting so much hard work into it, so to see a change already is incredible. But I've recently had about a week and a half off because my trainer was poorly, and then I went to Sheffield and I had a training session yesterday and it has killed me so much. I honestly don't know how I'm filming this video right now because literally even my fingers ache, just everything aches, because he upped the difficulty of like everything that we do, and I hadn't been for like over a week. So it's just absolutely killed me. I would honestly say I'm tired 90% of the time from it, just because I'm putting so much effort into it, and oh, it's genuinely so tiring, but I'm seeing a really big result from it, so it's like the best thing ever at the same time. Random, but do you still want a car? I remember like a year ago you wanted one but couldn't because of your eyes. I would love a car. Oh my god, recently I've been thinking I would just love one, because I had to be picked up by my mum to go home because I've got Nelly, and Nelly does not travel well on the train at all, and it's unfair to him to take him on the train because I have before and he didn't like react well to it, but it's also unfair for the other passengers on the train when my cat's going wow. So mum had to come and pick me up to take me home, and I just thought I bloody wish that I could drive right now, because that's such an inconvenience. I never want to inconvenience anybody. That's something about me. I don't tell anyone what's wrong with me. I don't open up, because I'm just like, you've got your own problems, like you've got your own stuff to deal with, you don't need mine as well. So to me that was just a massive inconvenience to her to have to do that. So yeah, I wish I could drive. I did driving lessons for like 6 weeks and I had to stop because of my eyesight, because I couldn't read the number plate 20 meters away. My eyes were really bad, but since then I've got better glasses, so I think I'll be able to do it now. Would have to see. What is one thing you'd change about your personality? Oh my god, I think I would change the fact that I like to be alone so much. I'm an introvert. I get all of my energy from spending my time alone. If I spend like 3 days with people, I have to have like 4 days to myself after that, just because I can't deal with just people around me all the time. I find it really hard to deal with. I find it so draining. And I'm not saying I don't love the people that I'm spending time with, that's not it at all. It just drains me. So I just have to have time by myself after that. So I kind of wish I was an extrovert. So I wish I got like all of my energy from being around people, because that would be so nice, but I just don't. Will you be getting any more surgeries on your body in the future? I will be getting one more surgery. Well, actually no, if we're talking logically, you have to get your implants in breasts changed basically every 10 years. So yeah, obviously I'll have to have that done in the future, but I am gonna be getting my boobs done again anyway. Oh, do I want to go into this in this video? I don't know. No. Bit fed up of explaining myself, to be honest. But if I don't explain myself, people are going to be like, oh, you're so fake. Basically, when I got my boobs done, I had a much bigger bottom than I have now, because I've since had surgery on the lower half of my body. This was after getting my boobs done the first time, because I had to have a corrective surgery after, because he'd put the wrong implant in, but that's a different story. So the first boob job surgery that I had, he was assessing my body like as a whole. I had a much bigger lower half. So he said a D would fit your body perfectly because it would balance out your hips and stuff. And since then, obviously, I've slimmed down a lot since then. And I don't think my boobs match my body anymore. I think they're too big. And I also think that they're too natural, and I've said this before, people are going to be like, what do you mean too natural? Because people who get boob jobs want natural looking boobs, but these are very natural. Like, I want my boobs to be up here. That was a really bad way to show you. But they're not, they're like more settled downwards, if you know what I mean. They're not saggy in the slightest, but like, I want them to be way up there. And I also want them to be a bit smaller, so I definitely will be having that. Don't know when. I want to carry on with my personal training first and see if that has an effect on my boobs. Obviously the implant inside of them is a D, so it's not gonna, but I want to see if like the muscle moves them upwards. I don't know, so yeah, there's that. Any updates on merch? Yes, I am bringing some merch out. it's really exciting to me actually. It has something to do with me, but it's not all to do with me. It's not like some YouTubers have like their name on stuff or their initials or whatever, and that's absolutely fine, that's what they want to do. But I personally wanted to have something that wasn't necessarily to do with me, so that it was like a little secret cult. If you were wearing something and you see someone else wearing it, you'll be like, I know that you're a Gabby fan. But I wanted it so that if people don't like me or don't want YouTuber merch, like the typical YouTuber merch, they could still buy it because it looks like normal clothes, if you know what I mean. So yes, that will be coming out soon, I think. I think a few people in my management are bringing things out at the same time, and it's all going to go on the same website as like our little management website. So I think they're sorting that out right now. But yeah, I'm really happy with mine right now, and I will be bringing more stuff out like over time. If you had to get a tattoo, what would you get? Firstly, I would love to get a tattoo. I love tattoos. I've always wanted a full sleeve. But again, I would like to sort my body out first because I'm not happy with my arms, and like if I got a sleeve I would love to show it, so I'm gonna focus on that and then maybe get one. So uncomfy because I ache so much. The first tattoo that I want it on my right arm, which is the arm that I wouldn't get a sleeve on. I would get the sleeve on my left arm, and I want it just below, like here, just below the elbow fold. I would like this. Maybe a bit different, obviously, because I don't want to just copy someone's tattoo. If you didn't know, I used to care for my nan. She was blind, she had a lot of heart problems, she had kidney failure, she had diabetes, she had a lot of things wrong with her, so I stepped in as her carer. Obviously, with her being blind, she wasn't comfortable with having someone that she didn't know come into her house. So we as a family took it upon ourselves to care for her instead of getting someone to care for her. Anyway, me and Nan were really close because I saw her so many times a week. I was always there for like hours, so we'd sit down, she'd tell me loads of stories and stuff, and she wasn't an emotional person. She never used to cry, but there was this one time, oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I don't want to cry because I've done my makeup really nice. There was this one time when I was in a singing concert, and it was basically set out like the singers were sat in the audience with the family, and they would get called up, and then you would like shuffle out of your row and go and sing. It was not like a proper thing. I think it was held by one of my singing teachers, I'm not sure. Anyway, so we went to that and I sung O Mio Babino Caro, which is Oh My Beloved Father, and it's one of my nan's favourite songs. So I sung that, and then I sat back down and she had like tears in her eyes. And all she did was just grab my hand, but she didn't hold it normally. She held it like that, and she held my little fingers. And that touched me more than anything because she wasn't an emotional person and she didn't have to say anything at that moment. I could just tell like how proud she was of me. Oh God, here we go. And she's done that another time, like that movement at my granddad's funeral. Obviously everyone was really emotional, and again she had tears in her eyes, and she just did the same. She just grabbed my hand and held it like that, and I was just like, I knew that I meant so much to her, if that makes sense. I don't want to sound vain, but like, I was probably the person who saw her the most. Whenever my brother would go round, he would go and watch football with my granddad in another room, and I would sit with my nan in her room. And because all of my family loved football, they would sit with my granddad, so it would always just be me and my nan. So I feel like I meant a lot to her, and for her to do that was just like so nice, and it meant so much. So I would want to get that tattoo just below my elbow, and maybe my nan's date of birth underneath it. Okay, we'll finish on a happy one, and it is name your top 3 favourite musicals ever. So coming up in 3rd place, I would have to say it's Rent. I love Rent so much. I used to watch it every single day because I had the DVD, and I love it so much. In 2nd place would be The Sound of Music. I've never seen The Sound of Music on stage, but the film means so much to me because again, me and my grandparents used to watch it, and I love Julie Andrews like more than I love life. And in 1st place is Les Mis. My aim in life is to play Fantine, Eponine and Cosette on the West End. Just playing one of them would make my entire life, but like, you've got to dream big. I would love to play all of them at some point. So yeah, there we go. And that is the end of this more personal Q&A, if it was more personal. Next time I ask for personal questions on Twitter, you guys will have to think of like really, really personal ones, so I can make it like really interesting and you can find a lot out about me. Because I feel like you know me, obviously, but there's a lot of things you don't know, if you know what I mean. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go, but give this video a thumbs up if you like me doing Q&As still, and I will still do one. I'm thinking I'll just do one once a month. I'm gonna upload my videos on a Wednesday and a Sunday, so if I'm gonna do 8 videos a month, it would be nice for one of them to be a Q&A. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.